The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
All right, welcome back, Gulf Coast. Welcome back, America. And I think we're bothering a lot of people today. Andy, again, I appreciate your call. And there were other callers on the line, too. Most of you guys have hung up because I know you just want to hear Mike Zullo, and we're almost at the top of the hour and almost out of here. But Mike Zullo is on the line. And, Mike, welcome to Freedom Friday.
Carl, brother, how's the shoulder?
It's a little tough. I was a little mad at you because a couple of weeks into my surgery, you wouldn't even call me because you said something about I was on all those narcotics and you didn't trust me. What was that about?
Well, you would have been like talking to a crackhead.
I know, it was terrible. Mike tried to call me, and I was like, oh, "Who's this?"
It was awful.
Look at the pretty stars. Look how my fingers are waving through the air. Well, that's some terrible stuff. This is some nasty surgery, man. But I'm telling you, I'm glad I was able to get off the narco stuff. But anyway, hey, if I say something stupid today, though, I'm on medication, but it's not narcotics. So if I say something stupid today, it's just on me, brother. It's just me. I can't blame it on the drugs.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay. Well, listen, we've only got a few moments, and I know people are excited that you called. And so you did do this interview with Newsblaze and Randy Foreman. And so let me just ask you, so you've been in D.C., and you revealed to them you've been there 5 times. So kind of, tell us as much as you can about what's going on in D.C. What are you doing there? How many more trips are you going to...
Carl, I apologize. I have to be as cryptic as I can.
I know.
Randy actually was helping me at my request do some things, and we're not going to discuss what those are.
Sure.
So he had met me out here, and we spent about 4 hours together doing a little research. But, even Randy doesn't know to the extent of what we're doing. He doesn't really know much.
Right.
But that's by design. Not that I don't trust him. It's just by design.
No, it has to be.
But it's, it is moving forward. My traveling schedule is hectic. I've been in D.C. more times than I care to be.
Right.
And probably have a lot more time, over here. But it is moving forward. And there are people involved now, as they were earlier, but even more so. And a lot of things are predicated on schedules, and that's why it's taking so long.
Right. I understand. Scheduling and legalities, which you and I have talked about before. And when you start dealing with high-ranking officials in and around Washington, D.C., who are actually getting it, they get it. They've seen what you have. They understand. They're moving it forward. Well, now you have to work with legalities and schedules, and both of those are very difficult to bring together sometimes, aren't they?
Well, and the legalities actually hamper the scheduling.
Yeah.
Because there's research that needs to be done. I apologize to your audience. I cannot disclose what we're working on, but I am going to tell you, as painful as this wait has been, it's going to be well worth it.
Yeah, I know.
And well worth it, that's the good side. What we're going to disclose is going to be gut-wrenching. Yeah.
I know. That's what we've been telling folks. So basically, hey, we've got a couple of minutes. I mean, what do you want the nation to... I mean, you literally have millions of people that hang on every word you say because truly you and Sheriff Arpaio are really the only ones, and I mean, and you guys have done a jam-up job, but I mean, you're the only ones that are giving any promise that you've got a deep forensic investigation going and you're going to bring the information forward. I mean, Congress should have been doing this and they're not. Federal law enforcement should have been doing it and they're not. The courts should have been doing it and they're not. But you guys are, so they hang on every word. So what words would you give the nation right now?
What I can tell you as far as the forensic investigation on the birth certificate is concerned, we are using technologies that the general public would have no idea even exist.
Right.
And we've made some startling discoveries on that front. As far as the criminal side of it, it is extremely intense. It is in an area that we never thought it was going to go when we started way back in March. Right. You and I had that discussion. I thought this was going to be over.
Right.
But it just went in a direction and it kind of has a life of its own.
Right.
And we have to pursue it. We have a legal obligation to pursue it.
Right.
We have a legal obligation to bring it forward, but that can only be done under the right time and the right circumstance.
Right.
All I can ask, your listeners for is just patience. Nobody is gaming this Nobody's doing this for political motivation. I was accused recently of doing this for fame and fortune.
Right.
You got to be kidding me! I'm not paid.
Right.
There's no fame and there's no fortune.
Right. Right. You're infamous and you're broke.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, if you listen to half the stuff out there, I should be in prison.
Right.
You know.
I know.
But you know what? It's our country. We deserve the truth.
Yes.
And I think what I would really love everybody to do, please look up the definition to the word patriot.
Uh-huh.
And understand what a patriot really is. Because when you take that word and you hold that definition up there and you see what's running around out there from both political parties, we're kind of lacking some patriots.
We really, really are. So listen, when this comes out, you're saying, as I've been saying, that a lot of people are going to be vindicated when all this comes out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Well, and again, you guys you're not setting a release date before the November elections. I mean, that might happen, but that's not what your goal is.
No,
because
Carl, I can tell you right now that that's not going to happen. There are things we're doing now and in stages of this that's just an impossibility. And we were never geared towards that anyway.
Right.
I mean, when it's ready, it's going to happen. And we still are investigating. There's other things that we have to do here.
Right. Right.
You know, but I need your listeners to understand that it is extremely complex.
Yes.
And it is not something that you get done in 20 minutes, you know, on television.
That's right. That's right. And Mike, listen, we're up against a hard break. We've got to go. But I think your words were well taken. God bless you. Thanks for calling in. And you're absolutely right. It's not going to happen in 20 seconds. This has to be done right, and they're going to do it right. Folks, God bless you. We'll see you next week.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.